What is a grass line? A grass line is a very, very important piece of habitat in bass fishing. It defines where grass can make an edge, and it often defines a change in bottom consistency, depth change. But you can see right here's a great example of grass edge. We have thick grass off to one side and really open water and sand bottoms to the other. It makes a line. There's some imperfections, some things that are really cool that you want to target. But a grass line is an amazing piece of bass fishing habitat. Grass line. We're going to dive in a little bit on grass lines, why they're so important in bass fishing, and take a look at this one right here. We're looking at a pretty heavy grass line. This is hydrilla grass that's starting to mat up. It does have some eelgrass that is in the mix here, but we can see off to my left. Let's talk about it a little bit as to what we're seeing here. But you see these little these grass spots, or they're actually moss spots. There's one right there. There's a little one. This is moss that grows on top of the grass. When it's starting to mat over, you'll see oftentimes a lot of this type of stuff growing up on top of a mat. And what that little moss is it's different types of algae and material that's growing there, and it really blocks out the light. It really designates the thickest part of the grass, which is key. And we often can see, like in this instance, it's yellowish and green. You'll get in areas that are matted that maybe have brown and different colorations. And I cannot tell you how important it is to recognize that, because there are times when the fish are relating to the greener and yellowish material. Other time it's the brown that is indicating where the bass are feeding, and all that has to do with the food chain. The food is in there. It can be bluegills up popping carp eggs off the canopy. It can be yellow perch. It can be actual frogs in the mix, and any other kind of critter that's getting in there and feeding on all the little microorganisms that live inside this thick, dense grass, this mossy area. So that's why it's so important to pay attention to the details. But this is a thick grass bed, and we have a grass line. Now, grass lines are notorious in the history of bass fishing for congregating the predators for a number of different reasons. Like I mentioned before, we have all the critters that may be living in this grass bed here. Well, when current runs, or if we have falling water in a reservoir or tidal water situation, it can pull all of those all the bait fish out to the edge. It can just draw them out to the edge here. And this is why the predators love to cruise this edge, because at times, whenever the water level's falling, it's going to bring the food to them. So it's the easiest method for a bass to really concentrate, make his living, get a lot of food in the easiest way possible.